Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's Annie, a lot of you guys are new. In this video it's gonna be a Q&A and just like a sit down video. So I'm going to be, I have my computer right here, where I have the questions on here. So if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking over here. So the Q&A is a little, I'm gonna ask you guys, well, in this one there's 371 questions, but I'm only gonna be answering a few of them. So this is a get to know me. What is my full name? So I love to be called Annie, but my real name is Ruth Ann. Never call me Ruth Ann because I get annoyed when people try to call me that, because I hate when people call me that. It annoys the crap out of me. My fan's on right there. Not the one that's laying on the bed. The one that's up against the wall is on. Don't mind that, if you can kind of hear that. So my real name is Ruth Ann Patricia Emerson, but I love to be called Annie. When I am 18, I am going to change my name legally to Annie. It's just going to be Annie Emerson. There's going to be no middle name. So when I go to college, I will have just Annie Emerson. It will not be Ruth Ann. So on my birth certificate, it will say Annie. It will not say Ruth Ann. And what does my name mean? So I'm going to look up what the name Ruth Ann means, and then what Annie means. So, the name Ruth Ann means smart, unique, strong-willed woman. She may have the name of an elderly woman, but is Gail. This gal is definitely one fine, sexy piece of ass. Don't mind that. No one can ever get her name right on the first try. Great friends know the name. The man will always be there no matter what. Watch out, though, she can be feisty at some times to stay out of her way. Also, a tigress in the bedroom. Tigress at the bedroom. Billy, hey there, hot stuff. What are you up to tonight? Excuse me, no thanks. That's what it literally says on the Urban Dictionary. So that's what it means. It means a smart, unique, strong-willed woman. She may have, it may be an elderly person's name, but it's kind of a family name because my grandmother, or I call her Nana, my dad's mom, her name is Ruth Ann, or Ruth, and my middle name as a baby was Ann. My name when I was a baby before I was adopted was Kylie, And yeah, that's where they got Ruth Ann from. Ruth, which was my dad's mom, and then Ann from when I was a baby. My middle name is Ann. And so they put that together and made Ruth Ann. And then Patricia was my mom's mother, my grandmother, who passed away's middle name. And her name was Mary Patricia Ranta. And my cousin, his daughter has the same middle name as me. So that's a family name. The meaning of Annie means gracious, merciful, and is an English origin. It's a name that's been used by parents who are considering baby names for girls. A diminutive form of Anne. So that is what my name means. And the third one is, my name after one. Like I said, I'm named after my dad's mom. And my middle name is also named after my grandmother who passed away. Does your name make any interesting anagrams? No. If you had a chance to change your first name, what would you change to? Annie? Well, Annie is also a nickname that people call me because I like that to be what I call it. Where am I from? I'm from the United States, but I'm from Maine. Where were you born? I was born in Maine at York Hospital. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Maine, Cape Neddick. What are your best characteristics? My best characteristics are that I'm funny when I want to be. And then I have a great personality. I'm very helpful. I am very kind and hard-willing. I'm a hard worker. So, yeah. What are your favorite things about yourself? Well, my favorite things about myself is that I'm passionate about what I do. I stick to what I have to do. I stay on task. I stay on target. I don't get distracted easily unless, I'm really bored with what I'm doing. Oops, sorry guys. Which of your parents are you closest to? Well, I would say I'm pretty closest to my mom, but lately I'm closest to my father because my mom lives 30 minutes from where I live, and I live with my dad. My parents are divorced, and if I had to choose between my birth parents, I would probably say I'm closest to my birth father because my birth mother, I don't see her as often as I see my birth father. I see him twice a week, or more, so, yeah. And the next one, which of your parents are you more like? So, if you're talking about my birth parents, I'm probably more like, it can be both, it can be either, but most of the time, I'm more like my father. Lately, I've been more like my father, but I can tend to be like my birth mother. If you're talking about the parents who adopted me, I'm more like my mom. I'm not really like my dad. Are your grandparents still married? Neither sets of my grandparents are married at all anymore, because my grandmother on my mom's side passed away. So yeah, and then my grandparents on my dad's side, they got a divorce. What relative was important to you growing up and why? I would have to say my aunt, or I would actually have to say my cousin Joss. She lives in Florida. She works at Disney. She was really important to me because she really was someone I could really, either her or my sister. Well, my sister, is a, but I would have to say my sister and my cousin, Joss, because my sister was always there for me growing up. She always was, a supportive person. She always was someone I could look up to and talk to. Sorry, I have to fix my hair real quick. She was always someone that I could look up to and someone who would be willing to talk to me if I needed someone to talk to or whatever. She's always been trustworthy person. And then if I was to say my cousin Joss, she was someone who took information that I have told her in good, and she's a person who really is trustworthy, just like my sister. And yeah, what is one thing that you never revealed to your parents? That there's not really anything I've never really revealed to my parents that I can tell you guys. Because most of the stuff that I revealed to my parents, most of the stuff I revealed to my parents. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? Well, I actually don't know, because they never really told me what, like, I've never asked them that question, so I wouldn't know. What would you call your grandparents? Well, what do you call your grandparents? Well, I never really knew my mom's mother, but I call my dad's mom, well, I call my mom's dad Grandpa, and then on my dad's side I just call his mom Nana, and then I call his dad Grandpa Hugh, because his name's Hugh. What is your best physical feature? My best physical feature would probably my best physical feature would that one's probably a hard question, because I love my hair. Well, I mean, like, I love my hair because having it long keeps it so that I can do a lot of like different hairstyles with it, and like this hairstyle is one of my favorites. It's a half up, half down. Usually I do this, and this is, my hair's pretty long. It's like half out, halfway down my back. So, what is your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment would have to be being on the basketball team at my school. Being on my unified basketball team at my school, or making high honors this year, at the very end of my school year this year. What is my biggest fear? I have two. My biggest fear is if I was to go skydiving, I would probably say heights is my biggest fear, but just for the fact of like skydiving and stuff. But also my biggest fear is spiders, and knowing, or I actually have three. I think I would also have to say that my biggest fear would have to be knowing that I'm gonna die one day, and that my kids in the future, if they have kids, I will never get to meet them unless they have them before I pass away or whatever. There'll be things in life that I will miss. What is your biggest regret? My biggest regret would probably have to be I think my biggest regret would have to be, hold on. My biggest regret would probably have to be, I don't know what my biggest regret would be. I think if I had to choose one thing, it probably would be saying I will go first for a present for a project for a class when I wasn't even ready. I kind of regret ever saying that in some of my classes, because I was really afraid in school when I had to present in front of the class. It never was my biggest, I was never really good at it, but yeah, I mean, I'm used to it now. That was like